Lance Hall here for Let's Discuss with Lance Hall. Happy to welcome members of Manimal to the program tonight. I think we've got Samuel on the line right now. How you doing, Samuel?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
Tell us a little bit. I've been following on Facebook. Let's talk about, is this your first time to the States?
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Let's talk a little bit on your trip over. I mean, this is a rock and roll song right here. You missed a connecting flight in Amsterdam. The hotel caught fire.
Yeah, it did. So yesterday we almost thought we wouldn't make it. But now here we are, finally.
When I read about the hotel catching on fire, I'm thinking smoke on the water all over again, you know?
Yeah.
So, as a band, a lot of people don't realize, they think it's all the time that's up on stage and making videos and meeting girls and drinking and partying. They don't realize that this end of things happens many times. As a band, how do you cope with it? You're changing time zones. You're trying to get rest, particularly Samuel, you as a vocalist. You've got to rest your voice. How do you all cope with all this?
Yeah, you have to take each time, each moment you get to the opportunity to rest, you have to take it. And as you say, especially for me as a vocalist, since I'm very affected by if I'm tired or yeah. So I take all the time I can get to get some rest, take a nap, and
and being on like planes and in airports and in hotels, air is very dry. There's lots of germs and stuff. You must wash your hands and everything a billion times. Yeah. I'm as many singers, I'm terrified I will catch a cold or get sick. So yeah, all those things you say, I do them all. Almost insane, almost obsessive with washing hands and stuff. Yeah. Now, are any of the other guys in earshot of this? Are we on speaker, or are we just one-on-one here?
Yeah, on speaker.
On speaker. All right. Why don't we have each of you introduce yourselves and what you do? Because with these Swedish names, I'm not even going to try them.
Okay, I'm first. Henrik Stenros, and I play guitar.
Okay.
And I'm Jenny. I play the bass.
All right.
Andre, I play the drums.
All right. And we met Samuel. Fantastic album, guys. Coming out, when is it? September 7th, is it? Tomorrow, yes. On AFM Records. You've got to be excited. What a time. Your album releases and you play this Prog Power Fest in Atlanta, and you're in the States for the first time. Tell us how you feel about it.
Oh, it's exciting. It's going to be better, honestly. It's amazing.
Now, with the album, let's talk about the cover. The cover art is phenomenal, done by, is it Claudio Bergman?
Yeah.
Who also did the latest album cover for Judas Priest. Had you worked with him before?
No, this is the first time, actually. And we actually didn't know about him working with the Judas Priest cover. That was revealed after we had hired him for doing our cover. So that was pretty exciting to hear, since we're obviously big Judas Priest fans, all of us.
Yeah. And the name of the album, Purgatorio, came out of the Divine Comedy?
Yeah, it's inspired from the Divine Comedy, yes.
Excellent, very cool. And then the other thing I was reading I found intriguing was on your promo shots, Victoria Larson did the photos. Is this the same Victoria Larson that's the bassist for Ice Age?
Yeah, it is.
All right, very cool. I talked to one of those ladies a while ago. I can't remember which one it was, but when I saw that, I was kind of blown away. So,
Victoria happens to be Andre's girlfriend as well.
Okay. Well, that leads me right into a question for Andre. He co-wrote some of the lyrics along with you, Samuel?
Yeah.
Do you guys collaborate together, or do you each come in with a phrase and one plays off the other and you go from there? How does that work?
It differs, but we have some ideas. We might talk to each other about it, and some of the songs Samuel had already finished, and then I just gave him a few words, few rhymes maybe, and then the other way around sometimes. But we try to, like the last album, we collaborated a bit as well. It works out pretty good, the collaboration, I would say, anyway.
Just to have somebody to sort of play off if you get stuck, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And for me, as a singer and the main lyrics writer on previous albums, it's a big relief to have that support and help from somebody else who can come with the input, and then I can maybe focus a little bit more on my performance and on the harmonies, and you know, and it's always more fun if you can have everybody involved, which we have been on this album in particular. We have been pretty much, very much involved. Every one of us have been too much. Henrik has been the main songwriter, and me and Andre, we've done the lyrics, and Kenny, he's done the final album mix. So yeah.
And did I read correctly, Kenny also produces the videos?
Yeah, most of them. Not the first one, but yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. The video for Purgatorio was awesome. Where was that shot? I love that big castle.
We had a castle in Sweden called Schulholm Slott.
Yes, yeah. It's not far from where we live, and
you know one of the first people who worked there.
Okay.
Yeah, we had pictures there, so we were allowed to both film outside and inside the castle, even though we all were very nervous when we flew with a drone inside the castle. You know, there was so many expensive interior there.
Oh, yeah.
We would break something with a drone, but yeah,
we had one of our friends help us with that video as well, called Andreas Lindvall.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he gets my credit as well.
If we had broke anything in there, we probably wouldn't have afford to pay for it. So.
You wouldn't be here in the States right now.
Doing quality work.
Yeah. Samuel, how creepy was it to get into the coffin?
Yeah.
Actually,
That's a daily routine for us.
Yeah.
The thing is,
He actually built it himself.
yeah, I built it myself.
Okay.
During my summer vacation, I took 2 days of my summer vacation building this coffin, and my wife wasn't very happy about it, you know.
Yeah.
Especially when I was almost finished, I wanted to take a picture and send it to the other guys. I placed my son in the coffin.
Oh.
My wife didn't appreciate that at all.
Wow. Yeah. I can see where she probably wouldn't. I want to get Henrik in here a little bit. Ton of guitar on this album. Amazing stuff between the solos, the rhythms, the leads, and everything. How difficult is it to recreate all that live?
Oh. You will see tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't tried yet.
I was going to say, have you road tested these songs much, or?
The new song?
No, not the new songs. We have practiced in our rehearsal room a couple of times, but I think it works.
Yeah, it does.
Cool. I want to ask about a few of the songs that sort of jumped out at me, and whoever wants to chime in on them, feel free. First thing is the title track, Purgatorio. Awesome track, and I'll tell you, you guys pretty much keep the pedal to the metal, all the songs on this album, but I love the little interlude part in this song with the keys, where it just sort of brought it down, gave it, the listener a little chance to catch a breath, and then you slammed right into it. What can you tell me about that track, anybody?
Yeah, the Martin Mellström wrote that part, didn't he?
Yeah.
The interlude and the ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the key was there.
If we should say something about the whole song, then I think we wanted to create a maybe more melodic song than we usually write, and yeah, Henrik.
Yeah, I think I want to do a song with every element in the same song. So you have everything. You have catchy melodies, and you have some heavy riffs in the middle, and everything in the same song.
A bit of evil and a bit.
Yeah, it's like when you write the song, it's like a puzzle. You want to. I don't want to do an easy song. It's more.
Interesting.
It's more interesting to change the melodies and the tempos,
Yeah.
and it still should sound natural. That's a difficult thing to do a song.
Flowed great. The other tune that I really liked, I liked the lyrical content and the way the riffs were and the solos and everything, was Behind Enemy Lines. What's the story behind that one?
Andre, we wrote the lyrics. What's the story about behind the lyrics?
A lot of cool words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just do the melody.
Like most, like many of our songs, the song is, it circles around mental illness and a lot of songs they circle around this subject, this theme, if we should talk about the musical part, we wanted to do a really heavy song, slow but heavy. Henrik.
Henrik, carry on. What should I say?
Yeah, what should you say?
Yeah, I like records that have the songs. Every song have its own identity in life.
Mm-hmm.
When we wrote that song, it was just what we missed. So it's a heavy tune, and we try to do things in every tempo, and
this was a heavy song.
Yeah, definitely.
Riffing.
The other tune that I really liked, and this is sort of my own personal thing that I do with albums, when I'm listening through, I always like to get to the last track, just to see, if the band's trying as hard on that last song as they are on, like, the opening song and all that. And you guys knocked it out of the park with The Fear Within. A little bit slower tempo, but just a great tune. I really, really like that tune. Was that like a newer one or an older one, being the last song? Was it the true last song everybody brought, or was it just sequenced that way? How'd that one work?
I think that was maybe one of the first songs to be written for this album, but it was one of the last songs to be finished, because me and Henrik, we had tried everything for the bridge and the chorus. We have tried we weren't satisfied, and we didn't finish it until we actually recorded it, and we had an idea, and we tried it, and then we said, okay, let's do it like this, because it sounds good now. We have to finish this. We can't go on and forever. Go on forever. We have to finish this song. It has to be on the album, because we love the riff and the verses. But it needed a bridge and a chorus that fitted with the rest of the song, and we had the stick as well. But so it was maybe one of the first songs to be written, but the last song, the absolute, definitely last song to be finished.
I remember you being very hesitant about that song, and when I was like, you guys, this is awesome.
Kenny, he was almost finished with the whole album mix when we delivered the last tracks for that song to him. So and it turned out great. We're very pleased with the song, and we thought it was a good ending of the album. It felt like it summed everything up in a nice way.
Speaking of that, did you pay attention to the sequencing of the album, or did you just sort of throw it together?
No, we never do that. Even though nowadays you have to think a little bit about how people listen to the songs. Which songs do you want people to listen to? Because if you look at Spotify and streaming services, you see that the first tracks of the albums are often the most streamed and listened to. So therefore, we had an idea that we should put the best songs among the first songs, but nevertheless, we don't want the album to dip, and so we had it in mind that we can't spare the best song and put it last, but at the same time, we did want some dynamics, and so it was thought through. It's not random placed, the song order.
Very cool. Once again, speaking with members of the Swedish group Manimal, their album Purgatorio out tomorrow on AFM Records. They are playing Prague Power 19 down in Atlanta tomorrow. You guys are opening the day. What's the approach? You know, you've got like an hour. Are you gonna hit everybody with the new stuff? You're gonna mix in some of the old stuff with that fairly short of a time? I imagine you've got to really put it all out on the table. You know.
The short answer is yes.
Yeah. It's going to be new stuff and it's going to be old stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll mix together.
Yeah.
Since the album is out tomorrow, people have only heard 3 of the songs from the album because there are 3 digital singles released, and therefore we won't be playing more than 4 songs from the new album.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest will be old material, and that is respect for the fans, because they want to hear the stuff they
want to sing along.
Yeah, and then we respect that. So we will only play 4 of the new songs tomorrow, and we will put on a show. You know, we will wear makeup, and we will wear denim and leather, and maybe some extra.
You never know.
Extra stuff.
You never know what happens. No coffin, right?
We couldn't bring the costume to the States, but next time maybe.
Very cool. Very cool.
When we have a bigger budget.
I'd like to wind up with some fun questions. With the 4 of you, I'm going to pick one question, a fun one for each of you, and have you answer it. And then I've got one serious one to completely end with. So I will start with Kenny. Kenny, late at night and you're hungry, what do you grab for a midnight snack?
Oh, shit.
No, not your shit. No.
Preferably without that.
I'm done. So whatever I can find, really.
Whatever you can find. All right. Andre, favorite toy growing up as a child?
What was that again?
Favorite toy growing up as a child?
Oh, yeah. You know, comic books and Kiss albums.
Okay. Very cool. Henrik, are you usually late, early, or on time?
I think I'm on time.
Okay.
I'm always on time, yeah. Maybe a bit early, but never late. Never late.
Okay, Samuel, would you rather be deserted on a desert island alone or with someone who never stopped talking?
Yeah, the problem is I am the one who never stops talking. So, yeah, it would probably be a conflict, but I would choose the second one because I'm way too social to be alone on the island.
All right, I'm going to go back in the order I just did then and ask you this. This is a little more on the serious side. Samuel, what makes a good frontman for a band?
Well, you have to, what's it called in English? Beautiful as well. You have to, charisma.
Mm-hmm.
And then me myself, I go into a role, and I think you should do that because it's not that many people who are that interesting to watch if they're only themselves, you know.
Right.
I like to go into a role and play. So I would say people who like to put on a show and give that a little extra
Okay.
on stage.
Yeah, good answer. Henrik, what makes a great guitarist?
A great guitarist is a guitarist who makes great riffs, not solos. I'm not a fan of guitar solo. I hate guitar solos. But I love guitar riffs. So that's a great guitar player for me.
Excellent. And there are some great riffs on this album. Andre, what makes a great drummer?
I guess someone who can let the song talk for itself and maybe, do what's necessary to lift the song when it's time for it, so not overplay all the time.
Yep, very good. Kenny, what makes a great bassist?
Well, I'm still trying to find out, but I mean, being tight with the drummer, first of all, I guess, and like Andre said, just making room for everything else, basically.
Very good.
Knowing your place.
All right, well, gentlemen, welcome to America. Glad to have you over here. I hopefully, the trip will be more than worth all the trouble that you went through. I'm sure it will down there, and I think the audience is going to be real receptive. This is a fantastic album. Once again, talking with the members of Manimal here on Let's Discuss with Lance Hall. Their new album, Purgatorio, out tomorrow. That's September 7th on AFM Records. Available everywhere. Check it out. It is a monster. Good luck, gentlemen. Knock 'em dead tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah, take care.